Hello, this is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com, and once again we are doing a shaky cam interior review. This time we are in a Hyundai Sonata. This is a much more upscale car than I expected. Very nice car. Had it for about a week, put 232 miles on it, as you can see, and it's been a nice car. It's been a good drive. So this interior review, I'm just going to kind of give you an overview. If you remember the one that we did the Hyundai Santa Fe not too long ago, about 2 months ago, and that car, that crossover is almost exactly the same on the inside. There are some differences, but for the most part it's the same layout. So we'll skim over a few things that we might have covered a little better with that one, but not very many things. I'll try to be as in-depth as possible while keeping this short enough that people will actually watch it. So anyway, you have your usual doors and mirrors here. So windows, door locks, and mirrors there. Over here you have your dimmer for the dashboard. That's your blind spot monitoring, and that's your lane keeping. The lane keeping in this car is pretty precise. It does a pretty good job of only beeping when you're actually going over the line, but it does beep, which I don't personally like, so I've turned it off. And then fuel, trunk, and traction control. Then you'll see this has memory settings. This is the one of the top fit packages right here, so it has a few extras like that. I will try to point out those things that cost a little bit more, but I may not be very good at it because I haven't been in any other trim level yet. So looking at the steering wheel, you see over here you have your infotainment, volume controls. You can flip through menus here, voice control there. Voice control in this car is pretty good. I've used it. I used it a few times. If you're doing something like nav or flipping through maybe some audio stations, this can do a pretty good job of it, especially when you have to be relatively precise. It's a lot easier to say go to channel 38, so it's a lot easier to say channel 38 than it is to try to type 38 while the car is moving. Nav, of course, will not let you put in addresses and stuff while the car is moving. You have to be parked. That's still a safety feature, so or safety annoyance, depending on your personal preference. And then you have your phone down here. Over here you have your trip computer and stuff, so it controls everything up there. And you have your cruise control stuff here, and this is active cruise control. So you use this to set your distance. The shortest distance, as far as I could tell, is about 2.5, maybe 3 car lengths. And it resets itself every time, so once you shut the car off, it puts itself back at the longest distance, and you have to reset it each time. A little bit annoying. You have your lighting over here, washer wipers over here. Looking at the dashboard, you'll see there's no bezels. That's because it's in one giant bezel, and it's actually pretty good because of the dark background color and the muted metallic tones and stuff. There's very little glare in here. It's nice. There's no glass up here. It's way in the back, so you don't tend to get a lot of glare with this. It's nice. RPMs over here, engine heat there, speed over here, fuel right there. And this is the trip computer. It changes as you flip through the menus, so you can see, you can look at a few things. I've had it on this right here most of the time, and then also you can change some of those up here by using this button right there. So you can see you can flip through a few things. You can see what's on the radio to make it make changing stations easier, so you're not taking your eyes all the way off the road all the time. And there you go. You can set some customization right here. You can pretty much see what you can change. Most of it is pretty obvious. It's kind of nice. I like to be able to do this. And you can set these and then set a seat memory and several of these will remember things like what you've set the dimmer to up here, things like that. So very nice. I like that a lot. Now going on, we have this car has the full infotainment suite. So as you can see, I've turned off the radio, and then it shows a map. You can click, you can tap on either one of these like so, and it will make it the full screen. And then also you have down here quick buttons, so you can jump to Navi or your phone or say the radio, like I had it on before. Whoops, sorry. But yeah, there you go there, and then here is your volume control, and then you push it on and off, of course, and then your tuning over here. Vents right here, that's your SD card for your maps, and this is your CD player. It's a push button start on this one, and this has a sport package, so it has metallic pedals. Keeping going, down here you have your climate controls. Pretty obvious. I don't think there's anything complicated going on right here. What you see is what you get. It's pretty easy to use. I like it a lot. These are the bun warmers and coolers. You can see I have my cooler all the way on. And you can set the automatic climate, which I've also done. Then you have this nice little cubby here. It has some plug-ins, and so you can see you have a couple of 12-volt outlets and whatnot, and non-slip down in very bottom, so you can throw your phone in there. This is probably a little better for an iPad or something, because you won't be able to see your phone at all while it's in there. I would put the phone here. That's what I've been doing, standing it upright in here. It's also non-slip on the inside, and if you need to plug it in, you can run your plug over there. You can see I have my coffee in here. Here's your shifter here. Pretty obvious. You noticed probably that this has paddle shifting, so you can put it into manual. You can shift it either way. Down here you have some buttons. Drive mode. This is for like eco mode. It has sport mode, so on and so forth. This is mostly useless. I tried it to see if it made any kind of difference, and I didn't notice enough difference that I would bother hitting the button a lot. This is your parking radar, so you can turn it on and off here. Here's your parking brake. It's electronic. You can put it on auto, which is what I did. So you can hold this down. It puts the brake on auto. Every time you shift into park, parking brake automatically comes on. Every time you shift out of gear, parking brake automatically shuts itself off. Drink holders here. This cubby here has some nice storage in it. I was able to shove my entire camera bag and stuff in there. You will notice there are no ports. All your ports in this car are up in there, which is just fine. You don't really need more than that. And then here's the general interior. This has the upfit leatherette here, so nice trim and stitching, very pretty. I like that a lot. That color just kind of comes out because the rest of the interior is so muted. You have some faux kind of carbon fiber going on there. You have this, which is all semi-soft plastics and hard plastic down here. This car is relatively quiet on the road. I will point out that some of its competitors, namely the brand new Camry, they are better with their with how quiet they are, but not by enough that you're really going to complain about this car. It's very nice on the road, and this being the 2-liter sport package, it's turbocharged, feels like it's going really fast. It's not really going fast, but it feels fast, and for most people that's all that matters. So that's why it says turbo right there. Then you see the back seats there. They're good size for adults. Can actually sit back there. There are some built-in window shades and a few other things. Very nicely done. I like the trunk in this car. The trunk for this car is, I would classify it as a Jersey 2-body. Good size trunk. About average, I think, for the class. I don't think it's much bigger than anybody else. It's definitely not smaller than most others. So it's about average. Good sized trunk though for the size of car this is. This is a very, very upscale car. I really did not expect it to be this upscale. Hyundai has surprised me this year with some vehicle loans. A lot of their cars used to just kind of feel like, you know, cheap knockoffs, and that's not the case anymore. They're much, much nicer cars now. This one was really impressive. So good job, Hyundai. Keep that going, and I will try to bring you video. I don't know how long it will be, but I will try to bring you some video of the new 2016 Tucson, which is going to be, I'll see that crossover in about 2 weeks. So until then, we'll have some other cars in the meantime, and that's about it. So Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com, and this has been the 2015 Hyundai Sonata. Talk to you again soon.